I did come in engineering undecided. I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do at all. Computer engineering was the fit for me. I think it really helped me kind of have a different view of all the engineering degrees that Stevens offers. And I kind of really found my place in software engineering. I loved the admin, all the professors I met, all the upperclassmen that talked about the program. So it really called to me.
Hi, welcome to Find Your Flock. Today's guest is a recent graduate from our software engineering program. Please welcome Lauren. Hi, Lauren. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I know we know each other through various initiatives at Stevens, but can you introduce yourself to our audience?
Of course. So my name's Lauren Kibalo. I graduated in 2025 with my Bachelor's of Engineering in Software Engineering and a minor in Computer Science.
Oh, I forgot that you're minor in computer science. This is perfect because I know we definitely want to get down to the nitty-gritty between software engineering and computer science. So this is perfect. You want to just kind of dive right in? What chose you, like, how did you decide to choose software engineering? I know you originally came in as undecided in engineering, so maybe kind of walk us through that process.
Yeah, of course. So I did come in engineering undecided. I kind of didn't really know what I wanted to do at all, which I think a lot of students kind of feel when they first go to college. So yeah, I was a little lost, I would say, but I knew I wanted technology, and so Stevens kind of felt like the perfect school for me. I talked to a lot of people throughout my first year, and I really fell in love with those core classes. There was like the introduction to programming, so that class particularly made me really feel like software engineering or computer engineering was the fit for me. And I kind of really found my place in software engineering. I loved the admin, all the professors I met, all the upperclassmen that talked about the program, so it really called to me.
Gotcha. So, what do you think the difference is between software engineering and computer engineering? Because
Yeah.
everybody takes a lot of the same core courses. So it's just the program specific courses, but so what are the differences there?
Yeah, definitely. So computer engineering, I like to think of it as more hardware based. You're going to be learning like the parts in the computer, how to build a computer, stuff like that. For software engineering, you're not doing that. It's kind of everything that's in the computer already. So coding, something like that, like those best practices is what you would be learning.
Excellent. And you work as a software engineer now.
Yes.
Do you want to tell us about your current position?
Yeah, so I currently work for the Cigna Group. I work for one of the companies inside of the Cigna Group called Evernorth Health Services as a software engineer, and I'm a back-end engineer at the moment. I did intern with Cigna also, and so I worked front end during the internship, so I do have like a bit of experience with different teams. But yes, currently I work back end, and I work in Kotlin as my tech stack, and I really enjoy it.
Excellent. So, do you want to explain so front end is what like users see and back end is what the company sees? Did I get that right? You have to
Yeah.
correct me. I'm a civil.
Yeah, so backend is kind of what users won't be seeing, making sure like everything works the data. Like when you on the front end, you'll see like buttons, things you can click, like the user interface. So we make sure like that button works, that link that you're clicking works, all of that behind the scenes that you're not really thinking about as a user.
Perfect. And so then you also minored in computer science, and those are a whole another set of courses. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your computer science minor?
Yeah, definitely. So I really enjoyed my computer science minor. It kind of gave me a different way of thinking than the software engineering curriculum did. With engineering, you are focused on like problem solving, but with computer science, it was a little more like theoretical, different ways to take on problem solving, and you got to be more technical with solving like just coding problems, things like that. While software engineering kind of focused more on like the methodologies, how you would go about things, what you would see in the workforce as a software engineer.
That's a great explanation. Thank you so much for sharing. I feel way more prepared to answer all those questions at admitted students events. Um, I know you were involved with a little bit of research on campus with some AI machine learning and even a Department of Defense project. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the research you were able to do here?
Yeah, so I was able to be a part of two different research programs at Stevens. One was with the software engineering curriculum, and then one was with the department. So that department program was with the Department of Defense. We have a systems engineering research center at Stevens, which partners with the DoD. So I was really lucky to be part of that. We got to learn a lot about the government and kind of how like those systems are made, and we did different research based on different AI or machine learning that they had at the moment, and I got to learn a lot from it, and I'm really grateful for that opportunity.
That's awesome. And I know I've seen you around campus everywhere. You
Yes.
were a campus tour guide, teaching assistant, a member of our Dean Student Advisory Council. Do you want to tell us a little bit about some of those roles that you engaged with?
Yeah, I got to really be a part of the community at Stevens, and I would definitely recommend everyone do the same. It's so important to get involved. I feel like I really got to resonate with people through like being a peer leader, throughout orientation, those processes, the tour guide. I got to meet so many like new students who were looking forward to coming to Stevens and kind of telling them how like I really found my place here and how I hope they find the same. And then yeah, I was a teaching assistant, so that was really helpful. Getting to kind of share my love of programming through like the software engineering curriculum with possibly new software engineers. I talked to a lot of people that were undecided engineering in those first years, so it was very nice. Yeah, I think it's just great opportunities that they have to get involved at Stevens, and I hope everyone does the same.
How did you balance it all? The coursework, the research, the leadership. How do you do it at Stevens? I always feel like you guys are always so busy. I see you all over campus, and then I see all your grades are so high. So how do you do it all?
Yeah, it was definitely a lot. I think time management is so important as a student. I always like to say I think coursework comes first. Try to get things done early. I feel like a lot of the times you're just kind of like, oh, let me do it the day that it's due, or like let me start looking at it like a few days before. And what really helped me was like getting ahead of things. Like I would look at the assignments for the week and try to get them done like as soon as possible so that I would have time to like go to clubs, do things with my friends, do like other things that I really wanted to do and like prioritize. But obviously grades come first, and I think that is what we really need to remember because obviously we're all here to learn and try to get the most out of our education.
That's awesome. So I think, coming in as, 17, 18-year-old student and having to pick a major can sometimes seem very overwhelming. We do have the undecided engineering program since our engineering students take a lot of the same courses in the first year. What advice would you give to a student who's, undecided or kind of unsure about their major in the first year? I know you've peer leadered a lot of, you counseled a lot of students as a peer leader. What is some of that advice? Because maybe there's some folks listening that could benefit from Lauren's advice.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was in that exact spot. I think the best thing is to be open-minded. I feel like sometimes it's like, oh, like I know my friend does this, so I think I'm just gonna do it. But remember that like everybody's different, and try to find like what you're passionate about. So I really like those classes as a first year because you get a little bit of everything. Like you'll have a physics class, and that might be like more mechanical engineering tailored. We have that introduction to programming class, which is more like software engineering, computer engineering tailored. We have chemistry if you're interested in like chemical engineering. So find what core classes you really enjoy and see like if you could see yourself taking a lot more classes like that and like getting deeper. And like find your individual passion because at the end of the day, that's what you kind of want to do, something you're really passionate about, especially if you're going to be working in that after school. So yeah, that's what I'd say. And also be like resilient. It can be very tough going through like hard classes in college. Stevens is not easy, but it really will help you get to where you want to be. It's a great school, and I had an amazing time.
Awesome. I love to end sometimes with why software engineering. So why should someone choose software engineering?
Yeah, so I mean, I love software engineering. I think it really helped me kind of have a different view of all the engineering, engineering degrees that Stevens offers. It helped me kind of see that there was like a little more to do. I liked that it gave me an insight of like computer engineering, um, computer science and software engineering. They are different, but they are kind of similar too. And I think I had an interest in all of them, but I chose software because it kind of gave me the opportunity to kind of do more. I felt like if I wanted to, I could branch out. Maybe do something more CS based, more software based. Within software engineering, you can be like a project owner, a scrum master. Those different roles like can be more like admin or developer tailored, and I kind of like that aspect. Currently, I'm a developer. Yeah, and so that's what I really enjoyed. Do you have any other questions?
I don't. I mean, so I know you interned at Cigna and you're back at Cigna,
Mhm.
and you've got to try out kind of different roles. Is your plan to, do you want to stay in development? Do you want to try other aspects out? Just kind of wondering what's next for you. And then, I think that'll probably be all the time we have. But yeah, it's just kind of wondering what's next for you.
Yeah, so I actually really do enjoy being a developer. I kind of thought I wanted to go into that project owner role, which is kind of like making sure the developers are making like doing all their stories, making sure all of their individual tasks are complete, and communicating with the person who owns the project or stakeholders, different admin roles like that because I do love leadership. But I really am liking development. So there's a lot of different things to do in the software engineering realm, and you can kind of choose from there.
That's perfect. Thank you so much for joining us today, Lauren. It was great to catch up with you. I love seeing our successful ducks in the field, enjoying their careers and putting all of those courses and those late nights to use at in corporate America. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget to check out our other episodes. Click subscribe and share.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. You've been listening to Find Your Flock, Season 2. I'm Dr. Sandra Clavijo. Thanks for joining us as we help future ducks find their path at Stevens. Don't forget to follow and subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, and share this episode with a future duck.